If you are involved in the CSGO market in any capacity, you are likely aware of Stockholm. For the uninitiated, in Counter-Strike, we have these things called majors. These are Valve-sponsored events. Traditionally, we have 2 of them a year if you ignore the COVID era. And for each major, there is a set of capsules released for the participating teams and players. Once a capsule is opened, a sticker is obtained, and if said sticker is applied, it can only be scratched off. There is no removal process. The item has been consumed. This is important as these major items eventually get removed from the in-game store, and from this point onwards can only be sold and traded between players. These factors are what allow items to rise in price over time exponentially, making people thousands, and in some cases, millions of dollars. Stockholm since its release has always been a high demand collection, but as of recently we have to look at Antwerp as well, which is currently the little brother to Stockholm. If you're unaware why these 2 collections are important, as of recording this video, it seems like Stockholm has concluded its bull run. But during this time, items saw unprecedented profit in recent years from major stickers. The mouse gold on Buff 163 reached 1000 RMB. This puts it in the same league as a Cloud9 DreamHack 2014 holo, multiple Katowice 2015 holos, an iBuyPower holo, but not the one you're thinking of, and a plethora of gold autographs. In the intro, I covered how major items decrease in quantity over time, but what we are missing is demand. Stockholm is not a low supply collection. Myself and others like calling it low supply when compared to its little brother in Antwerp, but millions and millions of capsules and tradable stickers isn't exactly low supply, especially when you compare it to older majors that had lower sales and had years to be consumed. What transpired these last 2 weeks was a gold rush. You see a few items start to go up? Well, I need to buy something that hasn't, so I can profit like everyone else did. Usually these are short-term spikes, but the FOMO was so strong that this continued day after day, eventually ending up in graphs like this. During this period, I woke up each day to someone asking me if now is a good time to buy, and what to buy if these prices could be sustainable. While my social media has grown considerably since the last truly profitable collection outside of cases, I have never seen so many people ready to buy into a 200% or higher spike in price. Despite acknowledging that this is a bubble, it was hard to resist just how much money was being printed for those who held from the beginning. But why are people so confident that they can purchase at these inflated prices and still profit? I made a video a while ago about the perfect investment. Misleading title? To some extent. There's no perfect in a market that is controlled by one company and can be nuked at any given moment. But the point that I was trying to convey is that Stockholm 2021 and finally from recent interest Antwerp 2022 don't currently have any glaring downsides as a long or short-term investment. Short-term, we have already seen what can happen. People are ready to pump these at any moment. Natural or not, you reap the rewards. For the record, all of this Stockholm chaos that just went down definitely wasn't natural. These are investors dogpiling on a set of items. The application rate has not dramatically increased. The unboxing rate has not dramatically increased. But long term, unless Valve brings back a borderless design, there will be constant demand. It doesn't even matter if Blast makes an amazing border, or the holo effects are insane, or even something like lenticular becomes a new rarity. Borderless is the biggest buzzword ever created, and unless another one comes along, opinions will not be swayed. If we look at any other major, there's an argument to be made. RMR 2020 isn't the most liked design as the border heavily interrupts the design. Berlin 2019 holos are terrible and the border is massive. Katowice 2019 has one sticker well above average in the Furia holo, but otherwise, it's just a relatively clean design if you like circular stickers. London 2018 has a very disruptive border. Boston 2018 has inconsistent holos and a large border. The list can go on and on. You can find arguments for basically everything. Typically, if you're looking to maximize profits when investing in majors, you set a goal price and you sell when that is achieved. Now you take that balanced and you invest in a new item at a lower price that could give a higher return on investment. Some people prefer certain borders and styles for various majors, and as we continue to drop 2 or more major collections each year, this community will continue to divide. If you are someone who thinks nothing is better than a clean borderless sticker, your options are Stockholm 2021, Antwerp 2022, and Katowice 2014. That's it, and for all we know at this point in time, these will be the only options. If you ask me which items will see consistent long-term demand, I would say any type of case, operation skins, specifically those used in profitable trade-ups, and these two majors. People, including myself, are willing to risk potentially buying at an undesirable price, as there is currently no reason to believe the prices won't climb back up. But should you be buying at these prices? If application rates and unboxing rates haven't increased, why should the prices? If the people that rushed to Stockholm decided to craft a bunch of skins and open a bunch of capsules, this wouldn't be a concern. But most of the items that have been wiped off of the market are currently dormant in storage units. I would consider current prices fairly sustainable at this point in time, but there's one major concern: an update. Look, I understand that banking on an update when Valve barely do anything is crazy, but there's some pretty strong evidence that they're cooking something up. Will it be an operation? Source 2. Real stickers removed from the store? Translations? We can't say at this point in time, but here's why you should consider waiting if you're sold on either of these majors. There are millions of items that people will slowly sell off so they can buy into the next big thing. After the Stockholm prices started to fall recently, cases are making a resurgence. There's your short-term reaction. I could also see some of our previous Operation Collection skins seeing a little bit more love. But if you buy now, and let's say an operation does come, you're going to see a mass dumping. This cycle happens every operation. The operation drops and people are excited to buy the new items. People sell the items that they stockpiled. Usually it's cases, common play skins, and previous operation items. But this time around, Stockholm and Antwerp items would be great for dumping on the market. Prices will fall and recover a few days later, but there is that period where prices are going to dip pretty hard. With application and unboxing rates barely changing, that means these prices, which are significantly higher than they were just a few weeks ago, are far from stable, especially if something like an operation comes around. On one hand, you might pay the same to slightly more in a few weeks or months playing it safe, or an operation does come and you can buy at a discount. It's nearly impossible to speculate what the discount could be, but I would argue 40% is not impossible for certain items. In short, when does the Stockholm and Antwerp hype end? Outside of Valve allowing another set of borderless stickers, it doesn't. But that doesn't mean it will be smooth sailing. For high supply items, there will always be variations in price, especially when users are expecting something soon. I still hold all of my Stockholm items as a long-term investment. I expect these items to be one of the best performing items I own, but by not selling when prices were high, or even now, I may be playing myself.